Hello and welcome to the Darkest Zone. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be doing another product review today on Amazon. It's this flea and tick collar. As you can see, this one here that I purchased just recently is for large dogs over 18 pounds and 8 months protection. Now, probably asking yourself, well, you just got it, how could you really review it? Well, I actually bought one of these last year for my dog, but I bought it directly from the vet. They had recommended this collar, and they had some pros, not many cons when it comes to this collar, and I'll explain to that in a minute. But the pro to using one of these collars is the fact that you don't have to continue dosing your dog now, or your cat, or whatever pet you got that you're going to use your collar on. And what I mean by that is there are other options out there to keep fleas and ticks off your dog, and most of those are chemicals that you put behind their neck here. And I believe some of those chemicals are a month only. So you got to put it on the back of your dog, cat's neck, and it only lasts a month. You got to keep on applying it and applying it. They are effective. I will say that those little vial chemicals that you can get are effective. But I also found that this dog collar is as effective and very easy to put on the dog. You don't have to do it monthly. You don't have to think about it for 8 months. That's what's great about this. And I keep on saying dog because I've got a dog, and that's what I use my collar for. Now, they sell the collar for dogs and cats, so if you have a cat and you want to get something to protect the cat from fleas and ticks, I think this is the product that you want. Again, my original one I got from the vet, they recommended it. They said, okay, you could do powders, you can do a cheapo collar, you can do this, and you can do the liquid bat behind the necks. But then they came to this saying, yes, it's a little bit on the pricey side, but you're getting what you pay for. Now, I didn't take mine off my dog until probably January, a couple months ago. The dog doesn't really notice it there, doesn't fuddle with it. It's just like the dog's collar, so it's used to it. And it didn't harm keeping it on the dog. Now, I took it off around January. Not many fleas and ticks in my climate. I live in Vermont in January. So I just recently got this and put it on the dog. It took me a whopping 20 seconds to take it out of the package, another 20 seconds to put it on the dog's neck, and now I don't have to worry about it for 8 months. So how it works, I don't know what chemicals that they've got in it. I didn't read. But it really, what they're claiming it does is keep fleas, ticks, chewing lice, and flea larvae off the animal. And it doesn't have a chemical smell. When you touch the collar, you don't get a chemical smell. I've pet the dog around the collar all the time, never got a chemical smell, never felt like I was getting chemicals on myself. What they've got here is probably a slow release type of thing here that is not very potent when you touch it. Now, the old cheapo collars, you touch them and your hands would smell chemical, or the dog always smelled like chemical. Sometimes those collars would even cause a rash on the animal because of the potency. This collar here did not do any of that. It's though I didn't even know it was there because it blends in with his normal collar so easily. So you could look for yourself what it's saying. It's taking, so it's like I was saying, it's a low concentration. It's a continuous release. It does a trick. I have a yard that has a lot of ticks in it, and I get ticks on myself all the time, and I'm always pulling ticks off myself. But my dog had 0 ticks last year, and that was great. That's why I knew that the collar was working, is because the first year we got him early spring the year before, and we hadn't got him a flea collar yet because we were waiting to go to the vet to find out what they recommended, and he had a tick behind his ear, so I was able to get that tick out. But then we went to the vet. The vet recommended this type of collar, this collar, and we got it. Now, the reason why I got it off Amazon this year was the fact that Amazon pricing is about $20 less than the vet's pricing. So if you're going to go to your vet, you might get sticker shocked. So come to Amazon and get it here off Amazon, and it's less money. Now, again, it's pretty expensive at $55. That's a pretty expensive flea and tick collar, but it's worth it. It actually works. The dog doesn't bother the dog whatsoever. And they do sell ones for various size dogs. Like this one was for over 18 pounds. And yes, my my dog's a tubby, so so this one will work for him. 8 months, no mess, no grease, odorless, kills fleas and ticks. It's really easy to apply. All those things in their description is true. You go down to their comparative shopping. There are other brands out there. You might be able to get one a little cheaper. I mean, this one right here on this end, it's a 2-pack, but you're paying pretty much about the same as getting it just buy them singly, because you're not getting much out of. If they're $55, 110 is not going to be saving you all that much money. But you can look for yourself which ones work. I don't know how this $20 one racks up, or if it's the same kind of technology with the slow release. You'd have to look into that for yourself. But for this collar here, let's just go down to their and here's another. They show you some other products that they sell. I just want to go down quickly to their reviews here. Just to look at it real quick. So it's getting a 4-star review, 62% 5-star, 9% in the 4 stars. So it's looking pretty good. And again, I've used this collar, and I will tell you that it works. There's no doubt in my mind that if you get this collar, it's going to work for you. And you'll be next January taking it off the dog to put the new one on, and that's how much involved you will be in the flea and tick control. No powders, no masks, no nothing. Put this collar on, keep it on during the tick and flea season, and you're off to the races. And the dog will love you. Your cat will love you. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been a Tarkus Zone review.